Yes, let's do this.
Hello and welcome to the Halcyon podcast. As you might have been hearing, I'm not alone on this particular occasion either. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Hi guys, I am Rob.
That's Rob, and I'm going to be your host for this podcast. Lorne, he's going to be my co-host.
Oh, otherwise I'm
Yet another subsection of my goddamn channel, the gaming podcast. We're going to be covering subjects such as the death of single player, my words not Rob's,
it's a sad,
online
sad
gameplay, E3, nostalgia. That's what I wrote. And then 3 syllables, 3 letters that we all love. We all know. We love it. We're all fans of it.
DLC.
Indeed. So, I'll tell you what. I'll let you pick. Just so you've got some context here, my man is playing GTA 5 single player just to dick around.
Driving terribly. I think I've lost a wheel.
God damn, that car's got a big fat ass.
Now it's the police want me dead. I'm playing as Franklin. You know. No comment.
Well, anyway,
moving on.
As far as topics go, which would because you picked DLC, so what do you want to talk about first?
Oh god, it's so overpriced.
We're talking about DLC first. So just for people that don't know, because there might be some people who didn't live in a time before DLC.
Yes.
Okay. Back when we started gaming, you bought a game.
Oh god, you pay what? Essentially, £30, £40 for a
game?
game?
Okay, but the thing about the game was, you got everything.
Yes.
You paid for the game, and the game came on a disc, and it was, cool, here's your game. Now,
we live in a day and age...
Well, that's not necessarily the case.
I don't know, man. I mean, okay, I'm going to give you a fantastic example, because it's a very recent example, a game that I've been playing an awful lot, you know, and that's Battlefield 4. Now, I bought it from game... probably about 2.5 months ago for I think like $7.99.
Yeah.
So dirt cheap. I know when it first came out you needed like a code and everything for it, and you got that with the game. But nowadays it's all free to play. You know, you ain't got no code. You can just pick up the game, put it in your console, and play. And I'm thinking, fantastic. Now you get a lot with it. You get all the standard modes. But then I clicked on the premium section, and I kid you not, shit you not here. I found at least 40 Great British pounds worth of downloadable content. Now this content literally covers about 60% of the other game modes. So you get to click on a game mode and you think, oh, I'm going to play this, it sounds so fun. But no, it's all DLC. Fucking DLC. £40 for, I think you can get 5 expansion packs.
But here's the question. Here's because the point will expand on game to game. You'll get different things because it's different games. But the point, I guess, is coming from a time when, right, DLC used to be this bonus. It'd be, wait a minute, there's this. I mean, right, the first example I can ever think of potentially something that was DLC. Maybe it wasn't actually DLC, but I remember it being something that wasn't originally planned in the game. But they gave you and said, well, if you want this, you can have it. You don't have to have it if you don't want to. Was Fable, The Lost Chapters.
Yes.
Now, I've since played I played the original Fable through, loved it. Played The Lost Chapters, loved it even more. It wasn't a tremendous amount, okay, not by any stretch of the imagination. It's probably only an hour or two of gameplay.
I think it was like a very much a nice little wrap up to the story. You know,
it remedied some of the mistakes.
Yep.
It added a little bit more of what you wanted.
Gives you a slightly OP sword if you pick the good guy.
Good sides for fucking what? How bullshit was that in the first game? So either you get a sweet sword or nothing.
Abo's tip. Even though still, that sword was still not as OP as the I can't remember
they leveled it out.
Jack's Razor or something. What's it called? The evil sword. I know the good one was called Abo's tip.
Abo's tier, yeah, it's something called Mayrune's Razor or something like that. I don't know.
I think that's Skyrim.
No, I think that's bloody fucking Skyrim. Anyway, point being is, that is a prime example of when DLC was done right. Yes. It was something you didn't need, but you wanted.
Yes.
And that's fair enough, okay. Now, my experience with DLC is this. Here's a game. You can have the game, but if you want the full game, you're going to have to pay us this. And you can't buy it straight away. We're going to release it to you in chunks so that you stay hooked on this game for a year until the next one's released.
All I got to say is Call of Duty. Call of Duty.
Where would you say this was? Right. When was the first time you picked up a game and it didn't feel like you got the full experience until you got the DLC.
Oh, that's. Well, actually, do you know what? I think the best because I mean,
There's a helicopter landing over there, by the way, dude. You should go. You should totally go and steal it.
Yeah, I'm so gonna steal that.
Sorry, I'm telling my man to go and perform a terrorist act.
Anyway, Aquaman.
So first game you thought you were a little bit short.
Now, see, this is kind of a two-point thing. Now, I have purchased DLC for certain games, but the only DLC I found worthy to purchase was for Transformers: Fall of Cybertron. There wasn't a lot of DLC; it was mainly multiplayer stuff. Pure like cosmetic stuff for your characters and stuff. But I felt like I wanted to purchase that, you know. But the first one where I thought like I really sort of felt a bit actually cheated as a player was Battlefield. See, I mean, I played like the Call of Duties. No, Battlefield 4. Battlefield 4.
Oh, okay, fair enough. So a fairly recent one then.
Yeah, I mean, like I played like Call of Duty games, and I know there's a lot of DLC, and you know, and you didn't need that DLC to play. You know, I mean, I remember playing Modern Warfare 3. And you know, not feeling like I was missing something. You know, I didn't feel like I was at a disadvantage because of you know, I didn't have this DLC to my name. But Battlefield 4, I think, was the first time that I've really looked at a game and gone, "Are you fucking kidding me?"
What was specifically missing from the game that you'd
game
expected
modes.
to pick up the game? Right, I've just paid 40 quid for this motherfucker.
Yeah.
Where is this, and why is it not in the game?
Game modes. That's probably the biggest sort of nutbuster, I think. The game has an awful lot to offer in regards to game modes. You've got like night operations where it takes your standard maps and it's dark. So you're going to rely on different tactics by using flashlights, flares and all that sort of stuff. I still can't play that game mode because I'll be honest, I'm a cheap ass and I'm not going to give them any more money.
But are you a cheap ass though? Is that really being a cheap ass when you've already spent 40 quid on the game?
Well, it's like I said, I mean, Battlefield 4 is getting a bit old now, you know, with stuff like Battlefield 1 coming out, and they've obviously already had Hardline and all that, and, you know, there's a lot more recent titles to think of.
Right, okay, the question would be, this is my question.
Go on.
Okay, back in the day, when they didn't churn out games every year, fair enough, DLC. Maybe they do need a source of income on a yearly basis, but these days they churn out games every year.
Yeah.
Annual releases, Call of Duty,
FIFA.
fucking 2K, WWE.
Yeah.
That's become an annual thing.
Oh, God, yeah. But the thing is, there's no innovation in it.
And this is the thing.
There's no innovation.
Back in the day when, like I say, it took you 3 years, 4 years, 5 years to develop, release a game, and it was each game stood on their own merits.
Oh, yeah.
These days, like, look,
this is a good example.
FIFA's 16 through 12,
Yep.
and they all follow the basic format. The
Yep.
only difference is,
I'm sure I'm going to hit a hill. Power lines.
Well, then maybe you should
I don't wanna
concentrate on what you're doing.
I'm trying, but I'm trying
Apparently
to
fly a
reenact.
helicopter in rural fields.
I'm trying to reenact the early '90s series Airwolf. I actually got Black Helicopter as well.
There you go.
Back to point, sir. Back to point.
What was the point?
The point was feeling like you got a full game.
Well, again, this might just be we might just be from a different time, dude. Put it this way, right?
We are the hipsters.
If you'd let me bring this back to a current thing.
Oh yeah, here we go.
Right. If you'd have picked up Pokemon Red back in the day, and it wasn't possible. Well, actually, no. This is a prime example of how we were conned when we were young.
Go on then.
Right. Pokemon Red and Blue.
Yes.
Correct me if I'm wrong on this.
Go on then.
Was it not an aspect of the game that you couldn't actually catch all 150 fucking Pokemon unless you bought both?
Yes. No, you're right.
But that's not counts as DLC, but that's effectively sending you the same game motherfucking twice.
True, but I mean, it's one of those sort of things. Say you knew a buddy who's got blue and you've got red. You know, you can kind of just shoot the shit and trade.
Suppose that was
something.
Yeah,
that's kind of like Nintendo's thing. They like to work on like building people's friendship. You know, I mean, look at Pokemon Go. They've just got people going outside for the first time in probably forever. I can imagine there's like a lot of like basement gamers who've just for the first time seen some natural sunlight in their entire life. All because of fucking Pokemon Go.
But again, this might just be my opinion, but isn't it brilliant how so far Pokemon Go, you don't have to spend money to get the full experience. You just have to be prepared to work a little harder.
I suppose.
The money is there to buy stuff in case you want it, rather than because we've taken this from the game and you can't have this unless you pay us.
But the thing is, I mean, that's the sort of general issue I think with mobile gaming in general. You kind of have to pay to play in some cases. I mean, there's a lot of games where, you know, you get the basic experience, and I think Pokemon Go, I mean, I haven't personally played it yet. I know a lot of people who have played it, and I've seen them, I've got a little bit of hands-on experience with other people's phones and stuff. But the point is, you still have an option to pay to play if you want, but you don't necessarily need it.
No, but this is the thing. That's a different scenario to what I would say is the mainstay in main games now.
Yeah.
If you want this mode, or you want this character, I mean, fucking hell, Mass Effect.
Oh, yes.
That continues to piss me off because they took two critical characters from the story that I've never played as, because I too am a tight ass. And I refuse to fucking pay 20 quid or whatever it was, even if I do get a Prothean. What? Sorry, an extinct member of a race. Sorry, a member of an extinct race, and I get to play as him. Yes, I must have. What? How much? Why are you doing this? It's like you're reveling in my pain.
But the thing is, I mean, I think as much as we can sit here and bitch about DLC, it's like you said, someone's got to get paid at the end of the day. I mean, these developers, you know, they probably don't see their kids or something stupid like that. You know, take EA, the biggest money grabbers of them all. You know, I get they've got costs to think of, staff to pay, and all that.
Right.
But kind of at our expense, you know. I mean, us as consumers. Like I said, I mean, we're from. This guy just tried to punch me. I'm going to punch him in the.
Stay on point. You were in the middle of something important there.
Ugh, kick me in the face. Us as consumers, I think, like I said, it comes back to a generation thing. You know, I remember games a lot. You know, back in the PlayStation 1 era. Take GTA 3, good game.
Yep.
Right. A full game, I would say. And I'll take GTA 5 here, right? It's maybe not so much for the story mode. Kind of get a full story mode, but on the online mode, which again is kind of like the sort of second slice of breaded butter for this game, it's all DLC. It's all DLC, and yes, I know a lot of it's free, but you know, not across the board, not for us 360 users. You know, they stopped now. They don't give a damn about us anymore. They're just focusing on those next gen lovelies.
Well, I think, look, here's the question that needs to be answered, and I think it's going to vary from us as particularly our generation of gamers, because there's a difference now. There's a 10-year difference between us and the 16-year-olds that are coming up now.
Yeah.
DLC, is it here to stay, or will there come a point soon when a game crosses a line and people say, do you know what? Actually, I don't have the money to spend on this particular aspect of the game because I already bought the game in the first place.
See, I think it's here to stay. I personally think DLC is going to now become part, you know, an integral part of the whole gaming industry.
Okay.
You know, fucking amazing in time. Shit, I didn't even think of this. What was it? I think it was Tony Hawk's Underground 2? I don't know. I'm not too sure. But there was a Tony Hawk's game a couple of years back, and essentially the game shipped with about 10% of content on it.
Right.
When you put the disc in, the other sort of 80% of the content was then put onto the disc.
Right.
And I'm like, sorry, pardon me. You know, compact discs, surely they've got a relatively decent amount of space on it.
Yeah.
You know, why are they not shipping this? You know, and what about people who go and buy it nowadays when, you know, these servers and gameplay downloads aren't available anymore?
Oh.
You know, you've got no replayability. You can't fucking take that in and sell it on, and it's stupid.
Well, that kind of leads me on to the second point, which was the first point on this particular, my idea for this podcast anyway, which is this, well actually kind of the top two are an amalgamation of the same thing.
Yes.
And we probably differ fundamentally in the way we view this, so I'm interested to hear what your thoughts are.
Go on then.
Right. I buy a game for one reason and one reason only, more often than not. I want to experience it for me.
Yes.
I'm not interested in the goddamn social aspect. I think every game should be sold. Put it this way, if the machines rise up tomorrow
Go
I
on.
want to know, in a post-apocalyptic world, I can boot up a game and play it while I'm cowering in fear in my cave somewhere. I don't want to have to worry about logging in and the machines locating me and exterminating me and my loved ones.
Cyberdyne. See.
But you, on the other hand, you do have a fairly... you have a love of online gaming that I don't
Do you know what is funny? And it's only recently that I've kind of got back. I mean, I'm a big fan of stuff like Halo.
Yeah,
playing that
absolutely,
online with some buddies is amazing. You know, I've already stated earlier, Modern Warfare 3. I fucking loved that game. Honestly. Seriously, killed many hours on it. I say literally kill many hours because I got killed a lot. I wasn't very good at it. And I loved that social aspect. But it's funny because when I stopped sort of playing stuff like Modern Warfare, I became a very unsociable gamer. It sounds odd, and I think it was all kind of related to Skyrim, really. Skyrim, just I sunk too many hours of my life into that game.
Right.
It's the kind of game you could lose yourself in, you know, as a single player, and I loved it. And it was funny because before I picked up Battlefield 4, I wasn't playing much online, except from Titanfall.
Right. Okay. We've got a problem with that game.
Here we go. I fucking love Titanfall. Right. Honestly, what game can you jump around doing parkour craziness and then drop a big ass robot down, get in it, and then just squash people? It's amazing. I love it.
That's great. You're, let's say, again, okay, fine. The world, the machines aren't rising up. Okay, maybe I'm going a little bit, you know, apocalyptic.
Cyberdyne.
Let's say a meteorite wipes out the southern hemisphere, rendering the internet mute. The northern hemisphere, of which we reside, we're fine, we're cool, okay? But you can't use the internet because it no longer exists. I'm sitting here playing, what have I got? I've got enough single player content here to last me maybe a few weeks.
Okay.
I've got 30 games, but I've got enough to last me a couple of weeks before I go, I've got nothing to play. So, but you're there desperate to play Titanfall and it won't load up because it's internet only and there's no single player campaign.
See,
you don't feel just a little bit peeved with that?
Oh, of course. I mean, I followed the hype for Titanfall before it came out, and I think it was incredibly hyped up to an extent that I didn't really know what I was going to be getting.
It was system seller, dude. They were really banking on that to ship.
And it did. I mean, it's all died down now, and anyone seen the trailer for Titanfall 2? It looks amazing.
It should be on this video.
I think it should be somewhere in there.
I think it's about
I have lost my tangent. I have lost my thought process.
Titanfall.
Yes, Titanfall. I'm going to drown. I'm getting shot at.
What did you even do?
I fell into the water.
Well then stop.
Well, now
it's clearly no swimming zone, and the police in San Andreas don't give a fuck. Anyway, sorry, Titanfall 2. So the trailer to it. The fact that it's.
I mean, yeah. Okay, right. So yes, it's no one really knew what to expect, and it did not ship with a satisfactory single-player campaign. The single-player campaign was essentially the multiplayer with a bit of dialogue at first. It literally before the match started, it goes, this is going to be happening here, and this person's going to be doing this, and that was it. You kind of played the match, regardless of whether you won or lost. You moved on to the next mission. I think there was like 5 missions for each side, which you just completely rehashed when you were playing the campaign. I got killed.
Right, okay. My point for why every gamer deep down inside, no matter how much they like teabagging people and how much they like pawning people online, okay? Like the first game, Titanfall 2 is using a modified Unlike the first game, it will have a full single-player story mode focusing on the relationship between Titans and pilots. That's a game I'd buy.
The thing is, do you know what? I will agree with you on that point.
Okay.
I will say Titanfall's biggest downfall is the lack of single player, but I'm a bit of a sucker for certain things in life, and one of my kryptonites is giant fucking robots, and I fucking enjoyed the hell out of it, man.
Yeah, and that's where I would argue that this whole multiplayer aspect has a really big downfall that no one really thinks about, which is the replay value. Now, what I mean by that is, right, you said, well, Lord, it's multiplayer, so of course there's tons of replay value. You get to play it loads. Right. let's say, like we will now, Transformers, War for Cybertron, of which there will be a race review coming very, very soon, starring this sexy motherfucker.
Oh yeah, you know it. You know it.
War for Cybertron, right. Let's say that was an online-only game. You loved this game.
Yes.
Okay. And that game is 2010.
Yes.
If I'm not mistaken. That's 6
yes.
years. Let's say 6 years down the line, you can never play that game ever again.
I think I would cry a little inside. You know.
Whereas there are games here. Well, fuck it. Fable again. 2006. I think the original was released.
Ooh.
No, I'm lying. We'd have been 16 or 17 when the second one was released.
Yes.
So it must have been probably.
I remember playing it in upper school.
10 years. Now, those gaming memories will live with us forever. Halo 2. Never once did we play that online because we went system to
we
system
linked the shit
and
out of
we
that
went
game.
round to people's houses and we rocked that shit like you wouldn't believe. It was awesome.
I did the same with Halo 3, to be honest.
Yes,
I used to have the Halo ODST as well. Good game.
My favourite gaming memories is pawning Jamie when he thought he had me beat with a rocket launcher. Jumping over that motherfucker, turning in midair and shooting him back with a rocket launcher.
I always remember there was one game where me and Taylor decided to switch to green team, our own team, halfway through, and I think we won. And it was just funny.
Yeah,
it was just funny clawing from nothing to something.
Taylor was a lot better than he led on.
Oh yeah.
And you decided to take my fucking tact of using a rocket launcher. That was my thing, and you stole it.
You should play me at Halo 3. I just love that invisibility and stuff.
Brenny who just uses the needler like a motherfucker when he's not using a sniper. Smithy who thinks he's a Billy Badass with his 2 SMGs.
Those crap tag. Literally, the SMG consisted of look at screen, click button,
hold down to make sure it doesn't go upwards, but then ensure.
All you got to do is just close your eyes and think happy thoughts, and you might hit something. Might be a keyword there.
If you were close enough, you'd be fine. But if in close quarters combat, I'd always go with a shotgun over the 2 SMG.
Yeah.
See, right now, this memory was not made online. It was person to person. You can't tell me it didn't feel great.
Oh,
or even right. Hello, I've got camouflage and a sword. I've come up behind you. Instant death. Lol.
There was nothing better that I think, especially with the system link. You've just killed your friend in the game. You can turn around, you can punch him in the arm and be like, haha, loser, you died.
Well, even more annoying, remember when Ryan used to get hold of that shit? The sword and the invisibility, and he used to run around going, how fucking annoying was that? But it was brilliant.
Genius.
Zoidberg reference, people. Zoidberg. Futurama. For those too young to know what Pokemon was back in the day, you won't know what Futurama is either. But anyway. I weep for the death of single player because it seems to me like this generation doesn't give a fuck.
But
unless you can share it with everyone on Facebook.
Time to counter your goddamn argument.
Alright, please tell me I'm wrong.
Now I can think off the top of my head right now 3 games I will list to you that are immense single player, story driven things and you will just love. I know because I've played all 3 of them.
Okay.
Personal, awesome, fantastic games. First game, Heavy Rain on the PS3.
Right.
Actually, tell you what, man, my wife played that game, and I've seen a lot of footage from it, and it's amazing.
Okay.
Interactive sort of story game, single player, wicked. The whole game. There is no multiplayer in it. It doesn't mention a single multiplayer. Fantastic single player game.
Okay.
Not that old. Beyond Two Souls. Again, very similar to Heavy Rain in the way it's kind of structured. It's this sort of story-driven game.
Yeah.
Fantastic single player.
Alright.
And finally, Walking Dead. Telltale's Walking Dead. Both Season 1 and Season 3 coming out soon. Looks awesome.
Okay.
Season 1's, a fantastic story-driven single-player game. The sort of thing that, yes, you can sit down and you can just apply yourself to as a single-player man.
I do have a counter-argument.
Oh, go on then. Go on then.
Would you say... Would you say that you... Right. Is there a massive selection of that genre of game? Because I would argue that first-person shooters, online sports games, and online racing games, they're a dime a dozen. There are millions of them and released every single year, but they all base around the online component.
Yes.
Those single-player genre story-driven games.
They are few and far
the
apart.
only other one I can think of that's similar to Heavy Rain, for instance.
Yep.
LA Noire. A game
Yes,
that is inherently
yes.
not action. In fact, you don't even have to do any of the action if you don't want to.
No.
It's just, is the guy twitching, yes or no? You're a liar! Do you have any evidence? No! I just know you're lying! But, you know... So,
yeah, I agree.
So there's... It's this double-edged sword. People would be genuinely pissed off if you released a game without single player and then in 5 years' time...
I think therein lied the problem with Titanfall.
People love online... People, for some reason, they lap that shit up. And it makes me
Because,
sad.
do you know, we live in a day and age where people don't want to go out. You know, how many 12-year-old D-bags are on Xbox Live right now? You know, sure, okay, they're 12-year-old D-bags, but still... They've got, you know, a lot of them probably got friendships of community with a lot of these people who they never met. You know, there is a real decent social aspect, especially if you know you're not good with face to face. You know, there is you know that sort of argument there for people who, you know, you can't go up to someone and say hello, I am so and so, and shake hands. You know, that's very awkward for some people.
Yeah.
Whereas, you know, over a microphone, you're a little keyboard warrior. You know, you're the Arnie of the, you know, headset world. You know, some people, they prefer that. You know, they don't like that direct contact with somebody. Some people kind of enjoy the more indirect tact for making friends. So, brilliant.
Yeah, well, it's something that I think in years to come will be eliminated from our gaming culture.
There is a lot of games out there that do pull the whole, look at this amazing, you know, multiplayer, and here's a little bit of single player. That it is annoying.
In fact, I'll make a bet right now.
Go on then.
This will be recorded and uploaded to YouTube, so you can call me on this. The next generation, not this generation, the next generation of consoles.
Yeah.
2 predictions.
Mm-hmm.
Number 1, no discs, no nothing.
That would piss me off.
Virtual content only.
That would piss me
Number
off.
2, online all the time.
Do you know what?
You won't be able to boot up the thing unless it has DRM installed.
Do you know what? Both of those things, and again, I think this kind of harkens back to kids of our generation, my friend. That would piss me off so bad. I mean, there is nothing cooler than going to wherever you're going to pick up your game from, and you get that hard copy, and you open it up. Do you know what I miss? Gaming manuals.
I haven't seen a gaming manual in years.
Not a decent size. You can
They
open it,
sell them in fucking
open it up and just give it a bit of a
or whatever.
give it a bit of a sniff. I mean, not that I'm, you know, telling people to go out there and sniff books.
There are
That's a
worse
little bit
things to sniff,
creepy.
buddy. There's worse things.
But there was something. How to describe it? Almost Christmas-like about getting a new game.
You walked in here the other day, and the first thing you did was you had a nose at my collection. You went, let's have a look, let's have a look, let's have a look. Have a play, have a touch. Why? Because there's something in that. There's something in being able to have something tangible. Now, in, like I say, 5 years when the next generation rolls out.
Oh, yeah.
And
either that or VR.
It'd be no different doing this. Clicking on your documents, going into here and going, oh, okay, so I've got this game, this game, this game, this game, this game, this game, this game.
The thing is that we live in the sort of generation of Steam as well, where...
And I was just about to say that. Now, you do get a lot of PC gamers who really don't give a fuck about that sort of shit.
True.
And that's fair enough, and I can appreciate that. But
there's the difference between PC and console. I mean, you get a PC game, whatever, it's installed. That's it, that's how it goes.
Because they are our overlords, and they are superior to us in every way.
Power to the people!
Power to PC gaming, apparently.
Sod them.
Joe, I've never gamed on a PC apart from when Knights of the Old Republic. It's the only game I've ever played on PC.
Total War Shogun, the original one. I love that game so much.
Really sweet.
But I think there is something great about having if they were to just do this whole digital download stuff, you know what, it might work for some people. Some people might, appreciate that a bit more than having a physical copy. But I enjoy having a physical copy of anything, whether it's a DVD, whether it's a CD, whether it's a game, a book. There's something just nice about having, and I can't even describe. It's
Let me touch
it's hard to describe.
Touch on a wider topic that could be a problem. Because you probably played more newer games than I have. I've not had this problem as much. The only game I've had this problem with is FIFA 13.
See, I've got FIFA 13. I have played it.
Do you remember? So you have, or you haven't?
I have. I've got it on the PS3.
Was there anything about FIFA 13 that particularly stuck out in your mind?
For me personally, no, because I like sports games.
Okay.
But I'm not going to be one of these. I mean, like I've looked at stuff like FIFA 16 and I was thinking, can I buy it? And then I thought, why not? I'm just going to get FIFA 13. It's essentially the same fucking game.
Right. Did you ever play the campaign mode extensively enough getting to maybe 2 or 3 seasons.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Did you ever try to
I think
play
I'm
it
currently
online?
on my 3rd season with my dude from Liverpool.
Interesting. Did you ever play it online?
No.
Right. FIFA 13 was a hysterical mess upon release. In fact, if you were to boot up my version of FIFA 13 right now,
Yeah.
in my campaign mode, you'd press the move on button in your campaign screen that says move on to the calendar,
Yeah.
and it would freeze. And it will continue to do this over and over again. Now, okay, fair enough, that's just a bad game save.
Yeah.
Go into the game and start a campaign.
Okay.
Let's say you want to loan a player, but you want to buy him at the end of the loan. Try buying him without the... you found a golf club from somewhere. Sweet.
I just clubbed some lady in the face.
That's not very nice. Let's say you want to buy that player at the end of the loan deal. The game will crash. Now, that's not too much of a problem because the game's on a hard disk, and if they need to, they can amend the software on the disk and then re-release it.
Yep.
Okay? Then give anyone who bought that disc a refund because, of course, well, you bought a faulty product.
Yep.
You can't do that with code.
No.
If you release code in a poor format, that's kind of it. You can patch it, but at release, that code is shit.
Yep.
Now, how many games have you seen recently that have been released? I mean, you mentioned Battlefield 4. I've not played that game, but I know that that game had problems at release.
Well, obviously, I've got Battlefield 4 quite late into its life cycle. I personally haven't. In fact, no. Recently, I've had a couple of crashes on the exact same level, pretty much in the exact same place. And it's been kind of a real crucial points for me because I've been sort of near to unlocking something, or I'm on a really good kill streak or something like that. But other than that, I haven't personally had many problems with it, other than just a lot of just hardcore players who are damn near better than me, bastards. But I know, you're right, I heard it had a lot of technical problems at release. But like you said, I've got a hard copy, so anything that was crazy with it got patched in, got sorted.
Well, right, my worry here, right, this is actually a prime example, right, we were talking about Titanfall 2.
Yes.
If you look here, 2016, Game Critic Awards 2016 at the E3 show. Category, Best of Show. Category, Best Action Game. Category, Best Online Multiplayer. Nominated for all 3, won Best Online Multiplayer.
Yep.
The fucking game's not even been released yet. How do you know what kind of... how stable the release will be,
This is why
how the beta will play out, how the metagame will play out, and what kind of trends will suit when it's not even been
I
released.
suppose this is the thing. We live in the day and age of the survey. Like you said, alpha, beta, sort of these sort of things, where people can get a bit hands-on, a bit of feel for it. Yeah, fair enough. It's not the full game. It might completely change, but that gives these developers obviously something quite crucial. In regards to feedback. As to how they can obviously amend the game and make it better, tone things and turn them down. It's just an opportunity for the developers. I don't personally understand why they've done this. I mean, I get E3's got to do fucking something other than show us some pretty fucking trailers. But giving out awards before the game's been released, it's a bit silly. It is a bit silly.
That is a pretty hot cosplay.
I'd love to cosplay, but I am on the port list.
Dude, we need to. I need to find someone who'll go cosplaying with me at some stage.
Dude, we went to me and Naomi and my friend Ben. We went to and
Sorry, I
Ryan.
just realised we would look at this picture in front of the E3 event. There's a girl playing roleplay. You can check this out on Wikipedia. She's roleplaying as Lara Croft. Look at the guy in the background. Just on his phone, like, oh my god, it's finally happening.
Yeah.
She's here.
He's
the guy there.
They are. Thing is though, these are the kind of basement guys that I was talking about with the Pokemon Go thing. These guys have just come outside for the first time, and they're just.
Imagine if they get outside and they think all girls look like her.
Oh god. Oh god.
They're going to just have a heart attack just on the
Maybe
spot.
a sad day. But anyway, speaking of cosplay, yes, me, Naomi, my friend Ben, and we took Ryan as well because we're just that cool of parents. We don't take our kids to stupid stuff. We went to Walker Stalker Con in London this year. Big Walking Dead convention, fucking awesome.
I could do that.
Dude, it was amazing. We met obviously with the actors and stuff, and some of the people cosplaying, some of these people
That's
dressed
why
up
I
as
couldn't
zombies,
couldn't
man.
handle a bunch of people dressed up as zombies.
But they were so convincing. I mean, there was this one guy walking around with this like blue boiler suit, big beard, looked mashed up, and he had these chains hanging from him. And then he goes, "Oh, can I have a picture?" Yeah, cool. Can you wrap the chains around my husband's neck? What?
Yeah, you're the freak. I'm the one stood here with decaying flesh hanging off my bones. But dude, weak.
Well, I was thinking about it because I want to go back next year, but I want to dress up as Hunk from Resident Evil, purely because no one gets to see what's under the gas mask or anything. I could just go in incognito and, I just look cool.
You can't do that to people who've been waiting all their lives to see what's behind the mask, dude. Because then you're gonna
Well,
go.
if I take off the mask,
Okay,
they'll be
fine.
horribly disappointed. Horribly.
Just saying.
I'm a 6'3" blonde guy.
Yeah, what?
I have a
Self-respecting-
portly face, sir.
Do you?
Yes. It's chubbly.
It's beautiful. What are you talking about?
I love you, man.
Piercing eyes.
Ah,
They seem to be very
Stop.
thorough.
Stop it.
For God's sake.
We got off the point.
Right. Well, I'll leave you with the last 2 points. No, we only have one. No, yeah, we only have 2 points left.
We kind of hit, sort of.
Right. So,
Yes.
right.
E3. Let's
You
go on to
lead this one
E3.
because I don't watch E3. I don't keep up with E3. I only hear about the shit that pisses people
Well-
off. I don't hear about the shit that people jizz their pants about.
Same, really. I mean, I'm not
Because,
like super
yeah.
kino
As,
on E3.
as of this recording, I'm just reading through this. Several of the releases have since come out.
Yes.
We've got Doom, Fallout 4 have been released. Andromeda I've already previewed. Deus Ex Mankind is out very soon, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
Halo
Halo Wars 2 coming out soon. That looks amazing.
Dead Rising 4, that's out very soon. That's already been advertised.
Return
on
of,
YouTube.
Frank from the first one.
But anyway, so point being is, a lot of these games are coming out, and they are coming out very soon.
Very fun.
So, E3, what's your opinion of the event, and what sorts of things have gotten you excited this year?
I think it is personally an over-flashy attempt to hook people in. A game should stand on its gameplay, not its trailer. Now, saying that, I'm a bit of a sucker for a good trailer, do you know what I mean? Whether it's a movie or a game, whatever. Gotta have a fucking good trailer. You gotta bring the people. I don't like a game that stands on its fucking trailer. And Titanfall, probably a very good example actually from what I've seen so far. Cool trailer.
Right.
But most of it was rendered in-game. There's not a lot of it that's, let's look at this flashy cutscene. Especially the stuff for the single-player campaign. They released 2 different trailers for it. One for the multiplayer, one for the single-player. Both of them look fucking awesome. A lot of gameplay footage, and I'm like, yes, this is what we had in the first one, but better.
Well, then let me ask,
Go
to go
on
off on a bit of a tangent.
Oh, go on then.
What's the game that you remember being hyped for the trailer you bought and went, this isn't the game I was hoping it would be?
Ooh.
Maybe you still enjoyed it. Maybe you thought even if it was a good game. But you remember picking it up, thinking it was going to be this. It ended up being something
No.
else. And it was either disappointing or sad.
I'm going to say this game, right? And Naomi, my lovely wife, when you hear it, don't hate me too hard for it, because I know she really enjoyed this game. Right, this is my disclaimer for my next point. I enjoyed this game.
Dude, don't disclaim. You say
It-
whatever the fuck you like.
it was-
If anyone's
it was-
offended, like, subscribe, and comment.
Exactly. Walking Dead, Survival Instinct. Now,
Oh, we both hate on this game. That's
I
fine.
see. I don't particularly hate on it. I'm not going to say I hate it. Hate's a very strong word in my opinion. It's a very flawed game. Do you know what? They set out with this goal to kind of give us fanboys of the show something that we wanted, which is a little bit of Dow Dixon, that man in the crossbow is awesome. And what they got was a very broken mess. Some of the features that they said worked.
Yeah.
Some of them were a bit lackluster. Now, one of the things I liked about it was when you start running around in a game, you visibly start to sweat. You can see the sweat coming down the screen, sort of simulating it all. And after a while, in real life, you start sweating, you get a bit stinky.
Okay.
Now, if you start hanging around near a pack of zombies too much, it's the kind of game that you need to rely on your stealth a bit in certain sections, because you will get overwhelmed and you will get your anal passage tore out by a zombie's teeth.
Of course.
If you start running around and getting all sweaty and stuff, and then sort of start hanging near the zombies, the AI is there to sort of detect you. They can smell you, and they will start tracking you, start following you. I thought that was fantastic, and it is implemented in the game to some degree.
Okay.
When the broken ass AI zombie isn't just kind of bumping its head up against the wall. I mean, I saw one bit of gameplay from YouTube, and this bloke was showing this sort of like zombie trying to get him, and all he did was open the fence, and the zombie's just trapped on the fence. And I'm like, well, how can you do that in this day and age?
Right.
How can you do that?
That game was lazy. And I'll tell you 2 examples of why I think lazy is the right word.
Mm-hmm.
No, fuck it. 3.
Go on then.
Number 1. This is okay, fine. I can understand sometimes game mechanics are such that you can't do certain things. You've just been playing Grand Theft Auto, a game that revels in the fact that it's effectively the Matrix. There's so much fucking shit going on.
Oh god, yeah.
There's
so
wildlife, there's birds, there's water tides, there's day and night, there's people flipping you off, there's fucking everything.
But the thing is, look how long the game was in development for.
It was, but that's something they take into consideration when they release it after 4 years.
Yeah.
Anyway, point being, survival instinct? Can you break glass in cars?
No.
No. Because they've all got bulletproof glass, of course. Of course they do. It's the zombie apocalypse, so of course everyone installed bulletproof glass before the apocalypse. So okay, fine, that's cool, I can buy that story, you know. It's thematic, everyone's got bulletproof glass, okay, cool, that's fine. Second.
Go on then.
Can you jump over cars?
I think there was a jumping mechanic in it. I remember jumping into the back of a trailer once, and like a little pickup truck.
But you can't jump over certain obstacles because the game says, no, you can't go that way.
No, god, yeah.
And my biggest gripe, and this pissed me off bad when I noticed it, because once you notice it, it's really hard to shake.
Go on then.
When they flip levels and pass them off as new ones.
Yeah.
Like I wouldn't fucking notice I've gone past this door, only it's on the wrong side this time.
I do have to admit, the game had a lot of those moments, because, I mean, you are essentially on this linear track story-wise. Well, no, scrap that, that's a lie, it's not a linear track. The story is a flowing thing, but you have different ways of getting there. So, you know, you've just completed a level, you need to move to the next level. Do you choose to take the highways? It's going to consume some more fuel. Or do you take the back roads, have a chance to stop and find stuff? But then, you know, every now and then again we'll chuck in these random, like you said, random sections.
Yeah.
And 90% of them are literally carbon copies of each other. Literally carbon copies. You know, one section I remember in particular, it's like a highway scene. And you move the same 3 cars, go through the same rough amount of zombies to find not a lot that really added to the game, and that frustrated me.
Yeah.
The game kind of where it stands up is more if you are a fan of the show, and especially for someone like Daryl, and you want to know a bit about his story. Fantastic! I love that. I thought that was cool. You know, Daryl's like my favourite character from that show. I'm such a fangirl, by the way.
Yeah, I was going to say, we should probably move on from Walking Dead because I will tear it to pieces if you're not careful.
Hush now, boy. You know not nothing.
Hey, everybody! If we don't go, we're gonna die. Every fucking episode, or Rick says this: run!
And it's Carl.
And that's
Carl.
it. I'm sorry. Where does this? Oh my god, he's such a deep character. No, he's not. He does 2 things every episode.
Have you ever read the comic books?
And no, you don't get to put, oh, but the comics are much better. No, it's the television show everyone fucking loves, so I'm judging the television show.
Don't judge me.
I'm not judging you.
I'm a big guy.
You can
I
love
can come over
whatever
there.
you like, and I'll come over there and hug you if you're a big
shit,
guy.
Jesus, alright.
Yeah, you better step off. I'll hug you.
Alright, man. Sure,
Well, okay,
sure.
so we're getting off the Walking Dead because it's not gaming related, and the point that we were making at the beginning of this particular tangent was the promo trailer suckered you into thinking it was going to be something different.
You know,
now, there's a reason for that. Let me make you feel a little bit better about yourself.
Oh god,
You know why that was hyped in a certain way, and why it was promoted a certain way, because Telltale had made a little game called Walking Dead that everyone loved.
Oh, critically acclaimed.
Whoever developed this one thought, well, we've got a Walking Dead license.
Yep.
I think we need to cash in on some of this.
Mm.
And they cranked out again. Didn't matter if it was good, didn't matter if it was bad, they just wanted to cash in on
The
it.
game felt very rushed. You know, I kind of wish even just adding another 4 months onto development could have just you could have just ironed out some of the fucking sort of crap from it.
Okay.
You know, and yeah, like I said, I remember seeing the trailer saying, cool story, Daryl, Meryl, awesome. And then when I got my hands on, I did enjoy the game, like the Horde mode. I did enjoy it. That was the thing. I did enjoy. I had some laughs. I kind of made myself laugh. I remember this one thing in the Horde mode where basically there's like this little petrol station type thing, and there's like a desk, and I hopped up on the desk, and I pretended I was part of the job centre. And the zombies were the various dollies coming in to collect their thing.
I see.
And I blew their fucking heads off. I was like, no doll money for you.
I was going to say, yeah, you're not applicable for this role.
Yeah, sorry, sir. Whoops. Shanice, get the mop. I got another one. I loved it. I made myself laugh there. You know, and Naomi enjoyed it. She enjoyed watching it.
Yeah.
You know, she was my little spotter. She spotted out the zombies for me. Getting back to your point, it was very annoying. You know, cool trailer. I liked it. Happy days. Got my hands on the game, and I was a little bit disappointed. I still played it. I still enjoyed it.
Yeah.
But it could have been so much better.
Yeah, I got the same with Prototype. That's fine.
Yeah.
That's cool.
I enjoyed Prototype.
I enjoyed it, but that trailer made it look so much slicker than it ended up being. And the second one was just as bad because the trailers were both fucking.
Do you know what I missed in the
epic.
second one? The armor.
The armor, man, it made you feel like a superhero.
God, seriously, I so missed it.
Anyway, so with that in mind, right, do you ever get excited for anything for E3? Or now, have you lived through a time where you used to get excited for this shit and you went, because Fable and Fable 3 are prime examples of games where our imagination ran wild with the trailer.
Yeah.
But then when we got the game, like for instance, right, I've got the Fable 2 box right here.
Oh, yeah.
We thought you could turn into that.
Yeah.
But you can't.
No.
You get horns like in the first game,
Yeah,
and you get flies flying around your head.
Yeah.
So, are there any games that you know, just because of reputation or because of a personal feeling, that you know will be good?
What from E3?
From E3 this year.
I'll tell you what, I'm quite looking forward to Battlefield 1.
Okay. And is there any particular reason why that will differ from previous years?
Purely because when was the last time you saw a console? I know there is PC games developed for it, but when was the last time you saw a console game specifically about the First World War?
I don't play a lot of first-person shooters anymore.
But I don't think there ever has been. Not at least, I mean, to my knowledge.
The original Call of Duty series.
But that's World War Two. We're talking Battlefield 1 is set in World War 1. We're talking like early tanks, you know, like in lever action rifles and sort of stuff, you know, Zeppelins for fuck's sake. A fucking Zeppelin.
Alright, can I allow me to defecate on your parade?
Don't you fucking defecate on no one's parade. Carry on, sir.
What if it's defecation parade? The celebration of diarrhea.
Oh god, I'd hate to clean that. God.
Just calling sick that day, dude. I'd go radically enough. I've got diarrhea.
Sorry, boss. Going to the shit parade.
It's okay. Don't worry. I'm adhering to the traditions at home. Anyway, point being, are you not just a little bit worried that instead of helicopters and planes, you've got Zeppelins? Instead of shotguns and rifles, you've got bolt action rifles. Effectively, it amounts to the same thing.
Now I know they've just closed. I think they've just closed the alpha for it.
Right.
And I've seen a lot of people play a lot of gameplays, and I watched one person's videos earlier. I can't remember who it was. It's on YouTube somewhere.
Okay.
And he said 10 reasons why he thinks Battlefield 1's going to be good.
Okay.
And some of these points were, and I think probably the best point, and probably my ultimate answer to your question is, it isn't a modern shooter. It isn't your, you know, sort of 21st century army game. You know what I mean? It is a World War One game. You know, the mechanics of war are so different from then to now, where, you know, nowadays you push the button, win the game. Back then, you know, you were sacrificing hundreds of thousands of men to get, 6 foot of land?
With regards to the single-player campaign, then, with the exception of the I'm in first-person view, running around, set pieces, blowing up, and all the rest of that sort of business, what does it add? What kind of things will it add that adds to the immersion factor of the game?
See, a lot of people have said, it feels very the game as you're playing, it feels very immersive. And I think it's going to come down to crikey, dice.
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 See if I can find it.
It should be on there somewhere.
Is Dice owned by anybody, or was it developed in tangent with anybody?
Bear with me.
Let's have a look.
Try EA. Battlefield 1. There you
There it is,
go.
there
EA
you go.
dice. Yeah, I knew it.
Right, let's check this out. Let's okay, children, let's read it all together. So, multiplayer up to 64 players. Okay, so
No, I think that might be for PC though. I mean, I know right now Battlefield 4 on console, I think it's like 12 player on each team.
it's fine. So, right, let's tick these off. What we've heard before: destructible environments and Western weapon customization.
Yep, that's something from
Totally original. Right, according to the game's designer, the campaign mode has larger and more open environments than those of previous installments in the franchise, with more options, choices in terms of paths, completing levels, and how to approach combat. Players can control several characters in the campaign. Right. But what does that mean? What does it mean?
Do you know what? I mean, taking the campaign. I played the campaign for Battlefield 4 and it was literally 7 levels. I still to this day don't really know what the hell the fucking story's about. I just played it for the hell of playing it.
Yep.
So, I mean, if these guys are going to go touch on some more of their single player stuff, cool.
Well,
Make it a bit more comprehensive.
So, right, let me point to the right. So
To the wall of games.
Well, let me try and clue people in. My reviews are based on older games because number one, I don't have a next gen console.
Next gen sucks.
But there's a reason for that because all of the next gen games so far basically amount to the same thing, whereas the previous generation has games that I will give you a prime example of what I think is the difference between two games in the same genre, and yet I own them both. Borderlands 2 and Bioshock Infinite.
Oh, drop
Right.
one.
Two games that follow the same principle. First person combat.
Yep,
Shooting stuff.
gotta love it.
Stylized, both cartoony because they're both from the same developer. Both with a decent emphasis on character development. This one makes you laugh, this one makes you scratch your head till you've got a hole in your skull. Because you don't understand what the fuck's going on. But both distinctive in their own right because this feels so much different to this, even though the mechanics are the same. The ends are different. Now, my point is that with Call of Duty 1, 2, 3, 4, Battlefield 1, 2, 3, 4, Call of Duty, whatever it is on this occasion, and Battlefield 1, where is the distinction between the games? Why am I going to buy this one over this one apart from brand loyalty?
See, I think that's where I may feel like I've been suckered into the system now.
So you
Because,
feel
I mean-
loyal to a brand rather
Yeah, I mean, I'm new on this whole Battlefield thing. Like I said,
Yeah.
I've only just played Battlefield 4 and I fucking love it. And the thing is, I look at the genre, I look at the shooty genre
Yeah.
from this perspective. It is too many modern shooters out there.
Yeah.
This, personally, I think this is where this game's going to stand up. Battlefield 1, that is this is something that hasn't really been touched on. I know, like I said, I know there is a PC game. I can't for the life of me, guys, I'm really sorry, remember the name of this PC game. But from what people are saying, oh, this PC game's done it better. I'm like, fuck off, Master Race, do one. But on consoles, we just haven't had this. Even down to the way I think like rifles are going to play out. Bolt action rifles, something that's sort of there for a sniper in these modern action games. No, this is standard issue. You've got to learn to use this standard issue fucking rifle compared to your sort of pray and spray bloody.
So what you're saying is, so long as they're true to the time.
Yeah.
So I think it is gritty. It is difficult. It is.
I mean, just from what I've
trying.
seen, gameplay-wise, it looks gritty.
Right.
I mean, rewind down to destructible environments. They said you, as a player, can put down so many ordnance on the map that you can literally make no man's land in the game, completely destructed. And you've got to fight in this then. It just if they stick to the time. I mean, I'm not big on whole sort of World War One, what was in, what was not in. All I know is it was like tanks were just being used for the first time.
It was that amalgamation of, again, my history is very, very
Yeah, mine's a bit
fading.
sketchy.
But the idea being is that this was a time where you still had the old ways meeting the new ways.
Shit, they were still doing cavalry charges for fuck's sake.
They had outdated things like cavalry charges and mass marches versus machine guns and tanks, and they kept on losing men by the thousands and wondering why.
Look at the Battle of the Somme. You know, I think advancing 6 foot in one day. Well, maybe not that, obviously, but you're right. Just advancing such small areas out of your trenches resulted in hundreds of thousands of deaths.
Yes,
and
that's perfectly.
Obviously, I know they're going to struggle to kind of capture that sort of trench warfare. I think may be difficult to capture in game.
Yeah, which is where.
But from what I've seen, I think I'm enjoying it. I mean, I don't have a next gen console, so I'm not going to be able to play this game. Probably for a little while, which is cool because it means I can iron out the back. Look at this! The man is charging in on a fucking
trailer, and right, so you've got.
Look, he just got hit in the face with a shovel.
The shovel and
dogfight, Red Baron.
Right, this is my problem. This is all pre-rendered. This is all pre-rendered.
This.
So this is all very good as a thematic.
Here we go. Okay. Here we go.
Okay,
We've got
so
some
mustard
gameplay.
gas. Put the gas on, mask on. Okay.
They should jump in.
Right, so there's the tank bit. Okay.
Yes, trench charging. Some of this is a little bit rendered, and I think there might be a bit of gameplay in there as well. Artillery.
Your artillery guns.
It does. Fucking Zeppelins. It looks good. It looks good. I mean, I hope that isn't another Walking Dead for me. You know. But now, if you go and find a gameplay video,
so let's see what. So you can pre-order or get early access, and it's out on October 21st.
Yes.
Developed by DICE using the Frostbite engine.
Yes. And from the sound of it, they're pushing it to its very limit with this game. The old Frostbite engine.
Let's have a look. So if you pre-order, you get the Early Enlisted Deluxe Edition.
Sounds exotic.
Take part in every battle. Be the first on the front lines. Snag the Early Enlisted Deluxe Edition again and get full access. Wait a minute. Get access to the full game on October 18th, 3 days before the launch.
There you go. So
before the embargo is lifted and anyone can know if the game's broken or not. Plus, get the Hellfighter, Red Baron, Lawrence of Arabia packs full of themed weapons, gear, and 5 extra battle packs stuffed with great items.
And herein, fuck's sake, this goes back to DLC, really. You know, I mean, I personally feel if I pick up this game, I'm going to enjoy the hell out of it. I know I am.
I'm sorry.
This is where Battlefield 4 suffers. Now, they're telling you a lie, right? So anyway, because this game's coming out, they have released 2 of the rather stupidly priced DLCs for Battlefield 4 for free, which I'm quite happy about. Which means, you know, that 60% of bloody content, or whatever I said earlier, they've unlocked about 20% of it for me. For free! Cool! But they're just... I can't justify paying £40 for fucking that much DLC.
Well,
you know, I mean, I hope that trailer doesn't kind of mislead people. And from what I'm hearing so far, quite positive. Quite positive. A lot of people who've played it hands-on have said it feels nice. You know, you get very immersed in this world. You're Tommy on the bloody front line. You know, going to take down the Jerry's. You know.
Well, so long as they bring something new to the table, I'll give it a listen or I'll give it a watch. But apart from that, it just looks par for the course. Anyway. We've clocked up an hour, dude.
Oh my god, have we been talking for an hour?
We've been talking for an hour.
God, I didn't know I had it in me.
Well, I'm dead.
Are you dead?
I'm literally dead.
Yeah, sucks, man. Well, I think we've had a nice, broad conversation.
Are there any final points, uninterrupted points you would like to make, short, sharp, to the nail, that you feel people need to know just from what we've discussed?
Okay. Fuck DLC. Give us a decent single player campaign, but don't fuck it up.
Okay.
Top banana.
Cool. I'll concur with that.
I don't think I can say it any clearer, really.
If you're playing Pokemon Go, the second they enable battling, I'm going to show you why my Mewtwo never was defeated.
We're talking about, I'm going to launch a team of Magikarp. I can't get it, I have a Windows phone.
Have you
If
seen,
anyone wants to donate me a
oh.
nice phone so I can play Pokemon Go and just to school this guy over here and make his Mewtwo my little
I'm
bitch.
so happy about Facebook memes though. Have you seen the one with Magikarp?
No.
But he's got really musty legs. Never misses leg day. Default runaway. It's just. I'm so happy Pokemon's relevant again because there's so many memes. Like do you remember the?
The funny thing is,
Ice Bucket Challenge.
Again, I saw a meme the other day. It's like these guys at a party and it's like, oh, you're playing Pokemon Go. Oh, you're playing Pokemon. That's sad. And then the same picture down below, but it's kind of like, and now, and it's like, why are you not playing Pokemon Go?
Yeah,
it's exactly. Like, it's funny how it all has become relevant again.
We've become cool again by default.
We are the hipsters.
Anyway, sign off. Tell people why they should have listened to you.
Because I have a very sexy voice, a voice for radio, and ladies, I'm taken. Ha!
How can you argue with that? That makes you even more irresistible because now you're taken.
I know. I got a pretty ring on my finger.
Well, someone liked it, so they put a ring on it. Oh, dude, let's not go this route. I've been Lorne, your host.
I have been Rob, the co-host.
He has been Rob.
And
thank you so much for listening. We appreciate it.
And this was the Halcyon podcast, wasn't it?
Likes, comments, subscribes, and for fuck's sake, leave some goddamn comments so we know what to talk about next.
No butt hurt. In fact, no. Bring on the butt hurt. If you disagree with anything we've said,
yeah,
let us know.
Motherfucker in Iceland, you need to man up and comment.
Yeah.
Don't just dislike and run away. Comment. Slag me off. I don't care.
In all fairness, they're like you can probably
actually
just
be nice.
You could just chuck a nail into Iceland and probably hit the guy. There's not that many over there.
I don't want to pick a fight with the whole country, dude.
It's not really a whole country. I mean, they're Iceland for Christ's sake. They're named after a bloody food store.
This has been the Halcyon podcast.
Bye, guys.
I've been Love ya. This has been Rob. Thanks a lot for listening. We'll see you guys next time.
Peace.
Take care. Peace.